really exciting and it's really motivating to see women, being able to get a chance to finally represent ourselves.
I'm 100% excited for soccer.
Our club is Minnesota Aurora FC.
Do you have chills right now? I do too.
I know, I've seen it like 500 times.
Well, we are welcoming in Andrea Yock, co-founder, president of the newly named Minnesota Aurora.
Yeah.
When I saw that just the other day, I got chills. And then just putting it on the big screen out here, how does that make you feel?
Dawn, it's so beautiful in here. I'm all goosebumps.
All right, I got to be apropos here and put on my news scarf.
There you go. That is the hot commodity in town right now, I have to tell you.
It's been on fire for you.
It is. We've had pop-up stores the last, I guess, 48 hours. It feels like it's been about 3 weeks, and we've had lines out the door. Fans have shown up all over town from the National Sports Center. We were in Plymouth last night at Honey and Mackey's, Woodbury this morning at Joy of the People, Minneapolis, and so many people. It's unbelievable.
What I love too is it's men and women. It's not just
everybody.
Women coming out, and the men are like, hey, if I'm a grocery store clerk or if I'm this, I want to own a part of this team, and that's how it's been.
It's been today, especially. I worked the shop up at La Doña in Minneapolis. It was mostly men,
Minnesota.
Soccer fans, so excited. Families with kids last night. All ages, older people. It's just incredible. It's like every person in the Twin Cities I feel like I've seen in the last 3 days, and I never would have imagined it.
I am looking at all of the logos, and
so pretty.
This was my favorite logo. Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah.
Who can you give credit to for that?
So we had 3 local women. So our main designer is Allie Rinke, a former Gopher soccer player, and she is a co-founder as well. So she supervised it, and then Carla Zatina and Nicole Meyer were on the team. Nicole was the main one on Aurora, and she actually came to the pop-up shop this afternoon, and we all had to give her a big round of applause. But Allie just did an amazing job with this collaboration. It's all women designed. Our scarves were made by Amanda Scheid, a local soccer fan who reached out and said, can I help? And so she designed our scarves and our jerseys, which we'll talk about in a few months. It's another female working on our jerseys. So it's really special.
It certainly is. We are just scratching the surface here, shall we say. We're just kicking it out of bounds for right now. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back and we're going to dive even more deeper into this because it's a first for Minnesota. So many people are on board, but there's so much more to come and some actual soccer and some warm weather. Like I see you right here, Andrea. I can't wait for that. All right, stick around. We have much more of it. Andrea Yock when we come back. Okay, welcome back. We're talking Minnesota Aurora, and I want to do one of those how it started and how it's going kind of thing. So this is how it started,
yes,
which was pretty impressive to begin with. But here, I'll let you throw that away.
Okay, there we go. We're done.
How it's going is
now
here.
We're here.
And if you don't know, this is a community-owned team. Can you tell us about that? I think that that's amazing.
Yeah, it really started because there was a group of us that wanted to start this team, and none of us could write a big check. And so we decided that maybe we could find the money within the community. And so we did a WeFunder campaign, and we asked people to buy shares in the team, and boy, did they do that. So we have 3,080 community owners from 48 states, 8 countries, 2 military bases, and 1 embassy. And
one embassy.
One embassy, wish we knew where it was. We just know the secret code for the embassies. And it's just incredible. So I wish I could have gotten those last 2 states, but we weren't allowed to see the data while we were in the middle of the campaign. Otherwise, I would have completely gone after Delaware and West Virginia. But we have 48 states, and the support has been unbelievable. And because of those 3,000 people, we have an entire army of people out there supporting us. And so when you talk about grassroots, it doesn't get any more grassroots.
Unbelievable. Well, just hearing about the pop-up shops, right? The people are lining up at 8 o'clock and it doesn't open until 9.
Yep.
And Tell us about how great that's going.
Well, so Thursday night, our first one was at the National Sports Center. So we were like, well, that's easy. It's the National Sports Center, right? There's soccer everywhere. So we weren't surprised a lot of people were there. But then Friday night, we went to Honey and Mackey's in Plymouth, and they were lined up out the door at 5:30, and we didn't start until 6. And it was cold last night to be outside.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And Suzanne there actually made a special Minnesota Aurora ice cream for us. So she was sampling that,
which is so
was
good,
awesome.
by the way.
Yes, certain friends have gotten samples of those. But then today we did 2 pop-ups, one in Woodbury at Joy of the People, and then this afternoon at Ladonia in Minneapolis. And again, huge crowds. We had to put stanchions out at Ladonia to manage the people in line. And then we have one more tomorrow at Blackheart in St. Paul, the soccer bar with the big Megan Rapinoe mural.
And when does that start?
That starts at 12 because the U.S. men are playing Canada at 2.
So let's get down to the soccer too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, tryouts are going to come out, and I know that you already had one.
We had tryouts for the college players who were home during break,
Yeah.
and then our coaches, Nicole Lukic is our head coach. We have an all-female coaching staff, which we're excited about, and they've been actively recruiting. And Nicole told me this morning that since we announced the name, her phone's been going nonstop with players calling, wanting to come here. So we'll start doing player announcements soon. We really just had to get the brand done before we could start doing the rest of the stuff.
Well, and from the soccer player in me,
Yep.
that was my sport ever since first
We have
grade
some
on
great
up.
goalkeepers too, by the way, I'm told.
Oh, I'm not a good goalkeeper. I was defense, and then then my track coach took over, and he's like, you can run. So he made me a midfielder.
Gotcha.
So, yeah,
Okay.
But any person that grew up loving soccer and played it, especially girls, are going to be so thrilled to just not only support and join, but I think this is for everyone.
It is.
Even if you didn't play, even if you didn't learn, it just seems like everyone is coming out to support you, and that just warms my heart.
And I only played through high school. I just love sports, and I've been in the sports business for a long time, but I love the way you make friends with whoever you're sitting around. And for me, as you know, I have 2 boys, young men. They are so excited about this. And so for me, it's not just about the young women, it's also about the young men, because the young men absolutely believe that all women can do whatever they want to. And so they are super excited. And so being able to have a place for everybody to be there together, and it's the women on the field and the women in the front office, is just something we never had, right? And so to have it and to be bringing it to the Twin Cities and to have everybody be so excited about it, it's been amazing.
Well, I just want to say, we have a couple more seconds, that I am A, so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
B, I'm so happy you brought this to Minnesota. And C, most people in COVID, right, we were just maybe walking around the lakes, walking our dogs, and she comes up with this whole plan.
Well, and it wasn't me. We have
reality.
these co-founders. There's 9 of us that have worked really hard. I'm just the one that gets to come do the fun stuff.
Oh, well, I really appreciate it, Andrew. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dawn.
Get out there and support Minnesota Aurora. I want to see the Northern Lights now.
Oh,
Get the igloos out, do the whole thing. You should try it and support them as well, because not only is this a really pretty scarf, it's really kind of warm too. So I'm loving it. I'm not going to take this
And we have
out.
more to come.
We have more to come.
More to come.
Thank you so much, Andrew Yock. Minnesota Aurora. Be on the lookout for the hottest women's soccer team ever, or as they say where I'm from, ever. Have a good night, everyone. We'll see you again next week.